afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting and amazing Propagandacast. I'm your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master Propaganda. We're off here to 1 vs 1 owner. Kholodny Ferma in the west, it is PFC fighting for the Soviet Union, Socialism, Communist Stalin, and the 252nd Rifle Division west and east, it is Bartertown fighting for the German Army, Deutschland, the Wehrmacht. Taking on the role here for the Kampfgruppe Wolf. We got here Osttruppen with Osttruppen, entrenching tools, a artillery officer, the supply drop, and a railway artillery support with Osttruppen bullets and an Osttruppen suppression bullets in there versus airborne troop tactics, armored defense, and armored assault tactics, which will in from there. We got double comes there for PFC, double pioneers, Osttruppen for Bartertown. He goes heavily on the Osttruppen here to just grab as much out as he can. PFC, of course, here could consider going for the Special Rifle Command and maybe try and get a scout to counter this, since without the infantry company, the Osttruppen will have no Panzerfaust and will be vulnerable. But of course, at the same time, this could all be a ruse. Some players will, of course, expect this, have the infantry come to it, and then just bait them into the Panzerfaust. So, obviously, already here's some mind games. And of course, PFC just decides, you know what? Screw it. Third conscript on the way there for PFC. Pioneers had to work there with sandbags. Down south here for Bartertown. Up north here, we got Osttruppen as the engineers. Osttruppen following up here for Bartertown. Third conscript they're done for PFC. So lots of info there from both sides. Of course, the reason you've got to go for Osttruppen as the Wehrmacht typically is just because by doing this, you can just get fast out in the field. Of course, control valuable points, fight your opponent that way. Since early on, Osttruppen can sort of reasonably well fight against infantry, as long as, you know, they got a heavy cover as they are. They're sort of reasonably equal cover. See, for example, versus heavy cover, they're going to still lose that. But ours, it just allows for more field presence, which is usually what the Wehrmacht tends to lack in the early game, because unlike pretty much every other faction, they can't build infantry right from the headquarters. They have to build a building, which usually means not only are they not just right away getting the infantry out, but they also have to spend the initial unit with time they're on it. So usually that can be one reason you want to go for Osttruppen, because you then just can skip that entire thing. Fourth conscript there for PFC so far. Red Army here striking hard out. Of course, the German Army is as well. Double parties to the south, they can catch a conscript, they can overwhelm it, but one-on-one it's going to go a bit rougher there. Osttruppen control the centre victory point here. North here got Osttruppen, they're being about to hit here by a lot of troops without any cover. They are very much toast. Fourth conscript almost done there. Osttruppen need to retreat, I think. Now they're obviously trying to grab the point, but beyond that, there's not really much to do. Fast take here for Bartertown and the German Army. The Kampfgruppe Wolf, we got Osttruppen from the north here, going to flank the conscripts there. More conscripts moving in there. Pioneers taking minor casualties, can't advance any further. Could he go here for a fourth Osttruppen squad? He could also go for fast tech, but like to make a nice company. Or he could go for first Panzer Grenadiers, so that way have something more offensive, because the Osttruppen are not exactly called great assault infantry due to their heavy reliance on cover to do well any hitting. Up north here we got Osttruppen catch the concept. The conscript horse going to push straight for the car. Osttruppen going to try and pursue and deal with that. We got Pioneers with sandbags, or digging in there. Pioneers dealing with the conscript there. Still got conscript sport here. Car upon there being fought over. Lots of action across the field between PFC and Bartertown. Now other side showing the other mercy. More sandbags here. Skirmishing continuing there. Could go for Panzer Grenadier squad here for Bartertown. We got more to support the squad here against PFC's Frontovics. And there we go. Panzer Grenadier on the way for Bartertown to support the Kampfgruppe. Some more hard experience pulled together from a nearby Panzer Grenadier Division to support the Kampfgruppe here. North we got Hunter playing about to heat the Osttruppen. That can be a bit of a problem there for Bartertown. Comes there, catching the Osttruppen there in a rather nasty crossfire. The Osttruppen I don't think will last long here. Just going to flamethrowers up to deal with that. And there you go. Panzer can also be, of course, quite helpful with the Sturmgewehr 44 and their bun grenades. Just also have to see what it does here. In this regard, the card point isn't quite working out, because he still has this central victory point, which also acts as a card point as long as he's got the other point here. So Bartertown still has the southern field connected, but it is certainly a bit tenuous, and he obviously wants to get rid of this, and this we can actually get the field back under control. In this case, he's going to take a deeper flank here, go for the conscripts by the card point, rather than try to deal with the ones in the building. I think that's a good move there, though he's going to have to deal with it on their own, so it's a bit more risky there for Bartertown. PFC meanwhile move up to occupy territory fast. We've got 500, 438. Panzer dealing with the conscript close, forcing a route there with a Sturmgewehr 44. Pioneers had to work there with a bunker, I believe, back at base, since I don't think we're seeing a light to mechanized company going up there. We go, pretty much spot on. Not the hardest prediction to make, of course. Not the hardest prediction to make. Support company up there for PFC. Troops reinforcing, conscripts falling back there. Troops reinforcing. Still, of course, got some fire for the medics ready, but, you know, it doesn't hurt to have yourself prepared, so when you get the munitions, you can immediately pop it up. Of course, he could also go on for like to make a nice company here, but of course, he may not be planning other stuff. Double flamethrowers, of course, lots of firepower there. Double flamethrower pioneers are quite potent. They can deal a lot of damage very fast, which is an infantry-heavy opponent. Of course, it does mean on the hand that PFC's mounts will be, well, quite explosively good against them. So that is a bit of a downside to it. Of course, if he's just intending to match Osttruppen into it, he may, of course, be of the opinion he can take a few sacrifices. Do not worry, it is a sacrifice I'm more than willing to make for the glory of Deutschland. And then just the Osttruppen just staring at him like he's a fucking idiot. Bloody idiot. Osttruppen heading northwards here, going for the company of the pioneers, comes to nearby ready as well. We got Panzer heading southwards here. Got the centre victory point almost caught there. Pioneers got the cuff one hit there. Good aggressive push there by Kholodny Bartertown. He could of course consider tossing an artillery field officer. Pretty good close quarter unit as well himself. Plus can call in smoke, artillery, and of course boost other nearby units. Like he's overall pretty solid. He tends to get overlooked a lot, I think, by people who go for the doctrine or any other doctrine has the artillery field officer. But I mean, a 5-man unit with submachine guns that can do a bunch of quite handy stuff is usually pretty good, in my opinion. Anyways, troops are healing and enforcing. We got there Urban Defence. Here's the 252nd Rifle Division, Dixon hard for the motherland, preparing to repel the Kampfgruppe. North here, sandbags being dug in there. More punches here for Kholodny Bartertown. There you go. Shock troops obviously more than a match here for the pioneers, who quickly fall back and no illusion they could stand up against the shock troops. They're still Kholodny Bartertown getting a lot of fuel against his opponent, could allow him to quickly take ahead, and of course this may be his planning. He just used the doctrine to take it fast, using the supply drop to come out into tank guns, machine guns, which some players do, then rush ahead for the support armor corps and push out some panzers. A bold strategy, but certainly a strategy if you can sort of make it work. And certainly the way he sort of, so we say, giving it a spin there with double Panzergrenadiers and then only 3 Osttruppen, certainly is an interesting way to go about it. And generally, I mean, with Osttruppen right, you do want those Panzergrenadiers. So again, the Osttruppen really can't carry the game late on, and particularly they can't support your tanks very well. That's rather really what you want the Panzer to do, support your tanks during attacks. Shock troops ground the northern nation. We can see, of course, PFC quick to take advantage here of Kholodny Bartertown having no frontline present. Of course, no machine guns to just wade through. Aggressive mining as well there. 2 thumbs up to PFC. Good aggressive play there. We got Panzers the come scored here by the fuel point right in neutral. Still not far off here from a supply drop. Conquered routed by the Panzergrenadier. Getting some good hits in there with the Sturmgewehr 44. Also known as the MP44 or Maschinenpistole 44, which was effectively the same weapon, it was just a change in name. Since before it got the name changed, they basically tried to keep it a secret from Hitler because he didn't want them to develop the weapon, but they still did it because they realized this weapon was pretty damn hot. So they kind of went ahead with it and, you know, managed that, and then we finally saw the final result. It's kind of like, yeah, this is cool anyways, we'll call it the Sturmgewehr. Before then he also had the other name, which was the Maschinenkarabiner. 42. In fact, there was a version from 1942 to 43 to 44, 45. So the indicating again, it was quite developed for some time actually. But there you go, double flamethrowers for the shock troopers. Going to do some damage there because the flamethrowers ignore the body armor of the shock troopers. There's obviously a bit, then of course the 2 of them you can basically sort of ignore the otherwise heavy damage the shock troopers do. And the South East flamethrower squad about to get wiped out. Could he? Oh, should have kept moving that part. Could possibly have wiped there. Slightly missed something possibly, in particular they dropped the flame for them being huge there for Kholodny Bartertown. I mean, he'd have 3 flamethrowers available to him, which of course would be bad news here. Right here, they makes a mistake there, gets up close there. PFC clearly baited him into doing that, so good work there by PFC. Bit of a mistake to Kholodny Bartertown. There you go, double punches now moving out, hosing down the shock troopers and turning the game around very rapidly. Again, double panzer squads is actually a pretty good thing to have as the Wehrmacht, since again, they can lay down some pretty heavy firepower and they'll usually be, so say, your main offensive edge. If you use them correctly, since again they can quickly push through a lot of infantry, but also support weapons. And particularly with bang grenades, they can also then just really leave some big gaps in your opponent's forces. Still no tech, still no supply drop. Definitely think something that Kholodny Bartertown needs to invest into soon. T7 the weather, he will need the packs. So clearly here Kholodny Bartertown might be getting slightly ahead of himself. Other than that, he's going to need lots of telemarks, but still we can see there he's constantly looking to harass, cut off PFC, slow down his income, and that way sort of pull ahead there. We got 451 versus 421. Also, big thanks to Rick for pledging and Patreon support the mighty Propagandacaster, allowing you to do what I do on a daily basis. Big thanks to Rick, and of course, big thanks on also has been pledging and Patreon supporting me, and of course to all those who donate. You can do this, the same yourself by clicking the links in the video description, either pledge or donate. Big thanks to you either way, whatever you do. Even if you don't, Thankfully, I'm considering if he just did that. Shock troops moving out here, though. Moving ahead here for the Red Army. Panzer Grenadier laying down a storm of light there. We got a quick grenade here, and kaboom! Need to retreat the Panzer Grenadier. We have the northern point here. Seizing the carve point here. Osttruppen there almost wiped out. T-70 charging and Osttruppen routed. There we go. Do get the supply drop in face of the T-70 light tank. Parney's sitting with the conscripts. Of course, Urban Defence has access to the fort headquarters. The M42 45mm anti-tank gun, booby traps, the KV-2, and the shock troopers. So, quick note there. T-70 pushing the Panzer Grenadier. Supply drop they're done. We can get, of course, a Bessemer machine gun and a PaK-40 here, and you need to do that fast. Although it's slightly awkwardly landed there. Panzer squad about to get wiped out. Moving up the Austrian trying Panzerfaust to try and save the Panzer Grenadiers here. To make a close one, it's going to be necessary here. The T-70 of course being quite a potent light tank. Oh yeah, bad luck there for who run Bartertown. Double T-70, but now without the PaK-40 can't really finish it off, so didn't quite in the end manage as much as you would like there. You should have probably just sent one squad up there, then kept the PaK-40 ready. So yeah, a bit of a mistake then for Houdan Barton, like several levels. A, he should have gone for sooner, should have the PaK-40 ready sooner. He should have been expecting a T-70 around the 10 to 11 minute mark, or at least had telemines down. And B, he of course then should have split up his force, at least secure the PaK-40 and at the same time Panzerfaust. So that way he had maybe had a chance of destroying the T-70 afterwards. So yeah. Quite costly there for him in losing the Panzer Grenadier squadrons again. While he still has plenty of infantry, again there's a market difference in quality. Alloy PaK crude, machine gun crude. Also got the fuel munitions here, which of course can be used for mines. And of course taking up, he definitely needs to take, well, he's got to take up, so in fact he just needs to, like, you know, begin pushing for panzers. Fast flak panzer will still allow him to sort of really turn the heat up on PFC. Since of course it's good as the infantry and the support weapons and the T-70. Plus with the bulletins for suppression it can be really disruptive for PFC to have to deal with. Panzer there pushing back the shock troopers in the south ground and centre victory point here. Southwest we got Guinea's constantly ahead there, of course he's clearly worried about mines from who run Bartertown, but Bartertown has yet to deploy any mines here versus PFC. Maximum way there for the Red Army. T-70 charging here, they catch the PaK-40 off guard. Really bold across the plate, but there you go, right into the Panzerfaust. Should have a chance of taking out there. Punishing PFC for perhaps getting a bit too confident. But at the same time, the thing is, if a T-70 get close enough to the PaK-40, they can actually circle around it still even with a damaged engine, because even with that, it's still actually pretty fast. The right here can now Panzerfaust it off. It's a close one here though, very close one there for Houdan Bartertown. PFC being able to wipe it out, that's certainly make things more comfortable for him. MG-34 now backed up by Osttruppen, a massive infantry push here by Houdan Bartertown through the centre. Osttruppen providing covering fire there with machine gun rifles there for the advancing Parnese to flush out the conscripts. Up north they need to put in some pressure there I think on PFC, and of course need to regain the south there. Another T-70 for PFC, some players will commit to that with the feeling they got a shot here. Certainly a bit risky though. If for example Houdan Bartertown were to say get out a fast Panzer IV on Osttruppen here, it could quickly negate the advantage of the second T-70 in a awkward spot. But so far though, much to his fortune, Houdan Bartertown is yet to build the Suprema Corps and is not trying to rush out Ostwind. Which is definitely a bit of a slip up there by Houdan Bartertown. I mean, in these situations you definitely want to rush. And certainly reminds me of that period where everyone was like trying to rush for the Suprema Corps, and then at the same time they all fail at just doing the one thing, which is go fast. Like, you know, press the buttons fast and get there fast, and you know, build it up and back to get stuff fast. They just skip tier 2 while at the same time you still have the timings of the just not, you know, skip trying to rush tier 3 out. He's actually going for tier 4. I feel like that's a bit more ambitious there for Houdan Bartertown, a bit more risky. Certainly makes the T-70 a lot better against him, the second one. Some players, of course, would go for this, but I don't think Houdan Bartertown is sufficiently far ahead to make that one work. PaK-40 sending up, he needs to be careful. I mean, he's already got all the infantry run away. He still has to be mindful of shock troopers, which can always quickly clear out his PaK-40. Max in there. Could be flanking with the punch was dealt with. Looks like he's not quite doing that. So he can... oh, he cancelled it, so he's going to go for the Suprema Corps. Right, so it looks like he had... cuts at the tier 4, but again, the second T-70 clearly caught him off guard. And he is at least reacting to that, which is good. Panzer going for the country in the south. Marching through the center, we got 411 versus 401. Needs to be fast about this. Again, speed is critical. Pat again being caught here by the shock troops running ahead there. And he goes, the Suprema Corps being built. Again, with double Pioneers to do so, it will be a faster process there for Kholodny Bartertown. And right here, I mean, a fast flak punch would still, I think, be quite potent versus PFC, since he's got 9 tank weapons, he's got a T-70 bunch of infantry, so fast flak is going to be quite great. Then can also just follow up the Stuks if he needs it if there's any armour. He goes for the Panzer IV, obviously much more conventionally, of course he's more worried, I suppose, about his opponent going for any armour, but at the same time with double T-70s and the rest he's been doing, you really shouldn't be, I think, worrying about that. You should just be focusing on just hurting PFCs as much as possible. I feel like an Osttruppen here would still be a good choice for Kholodny Bartertown versus PFC. By the way, south here we got double Osttruppens. The shock troopers definitely not engaged, and they can win in particular on the open. We got double parts to help deal with them. Good work. Panzer IV halfway done. It's just 3 divisional field gun on the way there. PFC now control most of the map here against Kholodny Bartertown. We got 370 versus 401. Shock's being flanked here. We got smoke getting around the flamethrower pioneers. Good work. Maximus pressing the Osttruppen. But there you go. Flamethrowers to the rescue for the Osttruppen. Shock troopers quickly burning out as again their body armor is not made out of asbestos. At least it does not include asbestos as well. We got more punches away for Kholodny Bartertown. Very good. Panzer IV moving ahead and Max now being pinned down in the centre. Pioneers on the country in the south. Further south we got another Year squad to deal with as well. Panzer forming up here. Country's being rapidly displaced there. And there you go. Great hit. 3 men dead with a single shot from the Panzer IV 75mm cannon. Mines being laid down there. Good work as well. Try and take advantage of any edge he gains here to just mine up and make it hard for Kholodny Bartertown to get back on the field. 2 thumbs up there to PFC. Pursuit here from the Panzer IV from the south there. Could of course risk getting cleared up if he's not careful. Panzer IV moving in. No mines here to bait the Panzer IV into though. So then we got the conscript there. Threatening man to tank grenades. He's also suffered some damage. So Kholodny Bartertown quick to pull back his Panzer IV. Not a bad idea though. Good hit on the conscript squad. Halfway dead. We got 16 versus 1-1. Need to fix up his Panzer IV. Need to hit the northwards. He needs to, you know, again, grabs back some points here. Southern victory point there, almost being grabbed, but he is quick to retreat there. Lots of action here still. Very intense fight here so far. PFC handling things quite well so far with not an awful lot of tech compared to his opponent. Good maneuvering and good use of mine so far. And also just exploiting his opportunities when they're there, whereas compared to Kholodny Bartertown, it's not been quite, I feel, as good as exploiting opportunities he actually sees and grabs. And that in particular is something at the highlights can be quite crucial. There are times where you can see in a play like there's actually a big opening, and for some reason they're just not trying to even remotely seize it. Meanwhile, PFC clearly just has that go-get attitude when it comes like any opportunities. So thumbs up there to PFC. We got the Mechanized Armor Company up. They can follow up with T-34 from 6 between northwards. We've got some mines probably going off there, but again, doesn't matter with the Osttruppen. The Panzer is, of course, going to be a bit more expensive, a bit more comfortable. Panzer IV, they're good to go for Kholodny Bartertown and the German army. Up north, he's going for the Osttruppen. Panzer fast there. Could not. Panzer going to deal with the shock troopers. Not a bad move there. Sandbag's about to crush. There you go. Shot fired. 1/3 of the unit gone in the blink of an eye as a high explosive shell consumes them. Got plenty of minutes to consider some S-mines with. Tunnel mines could also be a good idea there for Kholodny Bartertown versus PFC. We got Osttruppen reinforcing. Obviously, if it goes for next, but I'd probably recommend an Osttruppen here. Again, something that would put pressure on PFC's infantry would be very good. Going for tier 4. Okay, seems very intent on tier 4. Panzer being hammered by the Panzer IV. 10 kills so far on the Panzerkampf 4. Contra they're being burned up. Up north here we've got field being burned. This is 3 divisional field gun. Panzer then heavy cover. Other squad falling back. They obviously does not wish to lose another unit to the T-70. Quite expensive to lose Panzers to those. Far south Indian towards the southern point. We've got an Osttruppen squad ready to defend though for the fatherland. If Kholodny Bartertown actually ends up paying attention, he does, and it's going to be a bit of waste. The T-70 they are pioneers here. Panzer IV being a bit more cautious up here. Panzer IV being hit by Molotov. Need to retreat soon though. We got mobilizers on the way there for PFC. Oh, they could hit a mine here. Yup, wiped. Kholodny Bartertown needs to get his Osttruppen in more places, or he needs to get pioneers with minesweepers. And he needs more armor up. So that again, he needs to be faster to tech up, then get out his Sturmpanzer here or a Panther. I do not think a Panzerwerfer right now would be the correct choice here for Kholodny Bartertown. Again, I know it's some players like to go for, but right here, I think you should be looking at a Sturmpanzer Panther. If he's going for that heavy Panzer squad, he needs to get out more armor. Like, he needs to go for another Panzer IV on Osman right now. Back here in PFC space, nothing going on. We got 256 with the 93. Pioneers building a heavy Panzer Corps, the Schwerer Panzer Corps. Panzer avoiding south as they're close to one. Shock to the right, get hit by the Panzer IV, and there you go. Great hit. Evaporates 2/3 of the unit. 4 shock troopers dead in the dirt. A powerful blow there from the Panzer IV. There we go. Heavy Panzer Corps up. More sandbags shattered. T-34 all the way there for PFC and the Red Army. Pushing north with the Osttruppen. And he goes for the Panzerwerfer. I feel like this is a awkward call here for Kholodny Bartertown. I mean, it's not like PFC has a lot of support weapons. It's not like he's heavily dug in. Nor does it like really blob up the infantry a lot of the time either. So like the Panzerwerfer is going to be a lot less effective. Like the Panzer's more like, you know, preparing saturation bombardment. He's like hit an area and then move through it. But that's not really what's needed here. He needs more armor. He needs a Sturmpanzer to bombard the infantry much more consistently, murder it more consistently. He needs a Panzer to help fight armor more consistently. The Panzerwerfer, I feel like he is a bad call there, but Kholodny Bartertown. Like, always consider, like, do you really need a Panzerwerfer here, and why are you going for the Panzerwerfer? In most cases, you'll find you actually don't need the Panzerwerfer, because in most cases, you can just go for a mortar, because honestly, the mortar is just a more consistent artillery piece that is cheaper than the Panzerwerfer. Again, there will be situations where it's great, for sure, but can't really say this is the kind of situation where I think the Panther is going to be great for Kholodny Bartertown. In particular, again, we could have just gone for a Sturmpanzer here or a Panther. And again, Sturmpanzer is just as effective as the infantry support weapons, plus also, just a bit more consistent about it. Oh, the Panther barrage off here. Building there, getting hammered. Rockets shattering the places, wiping out the maximum. A great start to the Panzerwerfer for sure, but the question is, can it keep up this performance? Can it keep up this performance? That's going to be the real problem here for Kholodny Bartertown. Panther 4 shoots, misses. Further north, you've got Osttruppen with the T-34 and 6 misses. Bit awkward there for PFC and the Red Army. 252nd Rifle Division continue to hold up. The Southeast Shocks was popping a smoke grenade, but the Panther 4's all in the move, and there you go. Another 2 men dead to the Panzer 4. Trying to hide in the smoke, but as that Monty Python sketch goes, you can't need more than one hiding place to hide in, otherwise it's pretty easy to figure out where you are. So no, when it comes to the art of hiding, watch Monty Python. It can teach you many things. Troops are healing and forcing. Still hits on the Panzer IV, close to FC 2, need to fall back with it. Osttruppen up with Pioneer support. Pioneer's probably get to work on that one. Panzerwerfer's almost good to go here. Teaching up north. Mine starting here from PFC, very good. We got 197 to 391. Osttruppen caught by the conscripts. Again, even light machine guns still require cover, and that's again not great assault infantry, particularly not at this stage of the game. Panzer almost good to go. Panther moving out. Maximum from the north going to attack the car phone, packed up by the field gun. Panther fires on the Maxim machine gun, looking to silence it, to snuff it out. Reasonably close enough to do most of the work, but still, one man survives, one man runs. The south comes arrived here by Kholodny Bartertown's infantry and his Panzerkampf fighting field, which is close to 220 kills. Really good work there, and Osttruppen could get wiped out with the T-70. Almost got a wipe there. Panzer 4 shoots and misses, comes coming up here. Of course, right from the field. Oh, the field has repositioned, so could have risked lose the Panzer 4. There we go. Betty 2 gains, shuts up. Damage engine from an anti-tank grenade. Good work there, PFC. Less ground there for Kholodny Bartertown. Field gun shoots and misses. Lucky. Trucks were pushing through here. No immediate support nearby to deal with it. That's definitely a problem there, particularly with the pack gets still here by PFC, which is certainly not unlikely, particularly with the Panther unable to support, and the Panther, of course, is still on cooldown. Greyhound, the Panther 4 there from the field gun. Another Panther 4 on the way there for Hoodlum Bartertown. I mean, again, another issue again, like, you know, as the game goes on, if your situation is tight, you just really can't get out the units here. So these, of course, again, just requires putting the entire economy in cooldown for too long. So he's going to have to go for a Panther 4. And again, heavy Panther Corps just becomes less, you know, useful increasingly. Panther 4 was good to go, but again, Pack 40 there's lost. Has there been the Panther have been a strong Panther, probably could have denied it to his opponent, and who knows, might actually done more killing already. Meanwhile, PFC here might either be setting up for an HG5, but also planning here a KB2 heavy tank, which would be a real problem there for Hoodlum Bartertown. Was down to 101 versus the Fear 91. Good work there by PFC so far, again control the map. Hoodlum Bartertown meanwhile has been increasingly suffering from tunnel invasion here versus his opponent. There we go, Panther 4 out. Panther 4 good to go. Osttruppen North is there for the German army, die Deutsche Armee. And the Kampfgruppe Wolf. 83-80 versus 391. Panther 4 is good to go, 1-4 once more for Hoodlum Bartertown. Needs to get the centre victory point here. No matter the cost. Again, Norman calls also a good idea there. Using Osttruppen for that is also a good idea. There you go. Should bombard the field gun with the Panzerwerfer. Also, really should make a big push here with the tanks supported by infantry and the artillery. Just try and go for deep thrust. There you go. Got the field gun. Should move through now. There you go. Panther's moving there. Engages, shoots the field gun. Denying it obviously there to his opponent. Not a bad move. Maybe goes, what's his accident? He just got hit by accident. There you go. Then destroys it. Comes around charging at the Panther 4. Still needing to support up north. He's some counter-attacking. Infantry is still lacking to support the Panther 4 in the centre. Comes to routed. In the south, got a counter-attack going here. Also back to be pushed back there. They are in heavy cover, but they're also on fire. MG-42 new engineers there. Panzerwerfer got 17 kills. Panther 4's not doing much here up north. Full route here for Hoodlum Bartertown as the T-center counterattacks. Back here, troops reinforcing. Panzer's moving to the south to defend the southern victory point. We got 859 versus 387. Panther 4 moving in. Troops are here reinforcing, facing up his Panzerkampfwagen 4, which is actually quite close to Veteran 3. PFC meanwhile is getting ever closer to the KB2 heavy tank. Teasing out the Osttruppen squad. Ooh, big push here. Need to hand the 4 down. The machine sound is not in a good position. There we go. Bang grenade off though. Comes there taking hits and getting stuck on their own sandbags, not being finished there. Panther 4's no about seen. Panther 4 dealing with the third push here for the centre. Though without anti-tank support, they're a bit caught as the Panther 4's. Panther moving up, he could try and bombard down south to try and hit the infantry there. Comes from the centre being hammered by the Panther 4's. We got another field. Oh, that's the Pack 40 still in here. Of course, a big problem there for Hoodlum Bartertown. Yep, 35 down. Here comes there, caught up by the sandbags to get annihilated. Shock to the squad, pinned down to the ground. Good Panzerwerfer strike here for Hoodlum Bartertown. Panther 4's moving through here. Shoots or either misses or fails to penetrate. Troops are reinforcing healing. Comes there being routed here by Osttruppen Pioneers joining in. Of course, the Panther 4's here very close to victory on that one. Needs to grab the southern victory point. We got 51 versus 380. Pack 4 there, good to go. Let's enjoy the Panzerwerfer, half 8 to victory 2. Not too shabby there for Hoodlum Bartertown and the Kampfgruppe Wolf. Almost got the centre victory point. Back here, troops setting out once more for the German army. We got a maximum defend the northern victory point. Panzer first there. Pack 40, T7 helping out. The Panther 4 gains the 8, but is also down to half health. Quick blitz there from Hoodlum Bartertown to avoid the destruction of his Panzer. Nego, second Panther 4 moving up. Again, the lack of support, particular Panzer is making it hard to push through. Up north, we got the Panzers being pushed to press for the maximum. Need some arm support there, artillery support. Neither which is there. In fact, he's still focused on the centre. We got 46 versus 371. Air smashes on the sun victory point would be a good idea, or a machine gun bunker at the very least. Like, there's a few options there for Hold on Power to consider. More swimming up here to secure the center victory point. Hold it down here for the German army. And there you go, got the KV-2 heavy tank out there for PFC and the Red Army. That's really going to give Hold on Power a hard time, since he does not have a lot of anti-tank guns that can easily penetrate it. And he's not really in a situation where he can afford to give ground to it either, so he's really managed to lock himself into a pretty awkward spot. He's going to have to go for Stugs or Panther to deal with the KV-2, and Stugs are more likely to actually happen, so... In fact, 2 Stugs is, you know, roughly the cost of 1 Panther. A bit more expensive, but at the same time you don't have to pay it in one big installment, you can just pay them in smaller ones. So what will Hold on Power do now here versus PFC and the Red Army? Can't move forward here for the glory of the Soviet Union. There you go, counting out from the Panther 4. We got 38 kills in the Panther 4 Ace. Heavy damage there to the infantry as they get pummeled into the ground. KV-2 moving up, shoots its 152mm gun and gets good in the Panther 4, which is at 40 kills on South. T7 strikes again versus the MG-34, left to defend the southern point. We got another supply drop in here for another pack and another machine gun, but he needs some support in the south. Sending in the less veteran Panzer. Panzers up north being engaged by the T-34, so especially with T2. A lot of stuff going on in T70 versus the Panther 4. Panther 4 is good to go there once more for Hold on Power. Troops are reinforcing healing. Machine guns and packs being crewed. Here, KV heading southwards. Center victory point being seized. Panzerwerfer still doing very little. Units being blasted. We got 46 versus the 343. KV-2 strikes for the Red Army. Goes here for the Ace Panzer 4. Quiet there. Got the very well support ready. And there you go, all victory points now falling into the hands of PFC once more. And Hold on Power doesn't really have a lot of victory points left. Apparently he keeps forgetting there's a maximum up there, so he just keeps sending troops out and really needs to troop support his tanks in the center and the south. Feels like a bit of a mistake there by Hold on Bartertown. Perhaps exhaustion is setting in. Grenade off here, we got Osttruppen with shock troops with Panther support. There you go, bound grenade off, and there you go, great hit. Virtually 2 getting the Panther. We've still got the T-54 to deal with for retreating north again, at the same time making no progress in the centre. Like, if you're going to send all the infantry up north, at least send in a tank to support them instead of just sending them alone. Just unsupported there, so definitely a bad call there by Hold on Bartertown. Pedal flank for the south again for the counter there, good hit. Okay, we're zooming in more down to the mines down there. We go. Pioneer takes a nice hit there. Panther not blazing fruit with again minimal support here. Panther flying down, death here. Gets the pack there, pretty good, but he's going to hit my anti-tank grenade there. His Ace Panther not usually target for the KV-2. And the pack can still be crewed. And there you go, GG, game over. Loss here for Hold on Power, and a victory for PFC and the Red Army. Overall, PFC, I would say, played quite well this match. Good maneuvering, good mining, and just good tactical play there. Whereas Hold on Power, I think, had several issues with the strategy, and it was just not quite as fluid. It had many sort of stops where it just didn't quite, you know, function organically. Like, again, there's just these big gaps in tech and just not pushing out fast armor when he had the advantage. Like, he decided to go for tier 4 when, again, Wehrmacht tier 4 just isn't very good. And then he went for the Panzerwerfer when he really needed something bigger from it first. And there really are a lot of bad calls then, in particular also just the inability to support his tanks properly with infantry, I think was also another crucial moment there. And again, PFC was also just great to exploit any openings there, whereas again, Hold on Bartertown just never quite went the full length there. So there you go, hope you enjoyed this match, hope you learned something from it, hope you gave these from matches. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell a friend, tell a family, but don't tell enemies. This is Pro Links and cheers, thank you for watching, hope to see you all tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.